So let's look at some evaluation. When we're evaluating Dement and Kleitman, we want to be thinking in particular about the research aspect. So was it good research? Was it bad research? Was it reliable? Was it verifiable? All of these things. And a big positive of the research is that it minimized extraneous variables. Researchers weren't kind of looking at some people who slept in a noisy environment, some people who slept in a quiet environment, the temperatures weren't different, all of these other factors weren't really affecting people's dreams. So they were able to identify the rapid eye movement and identify the dreams very effectively. And they were able to accurately and objectively identify whether or not there were rapid eye movement. They weren't kind of looking really closely and trying to guess. They had these pads that actually measured it really effectively. They also asked people to recall their dreams straight away. So they woke them up and said, what were you dreaming about? That's much more effective than kind of letting them sleep and the next day, hey, did you have any dreams? Do you remember any of your dreams? Because we know that we tend to recall very few of our dreams. So this was an effective way of actually measuring dreams. And this is, a study that meant that actually we were able to be quite scientific in our measure of dreams. We weren't kind of trying to sort of deduce the deeper meanings. We were really looking at specifically the rapid eye movement and how that correlated to what people were dreaming about. Now, a problem, though, with that is that it requires people to describe their dreams. And we know that recall of dreams is notoriously unreliable, and it also can change over time. And also, all we have to go on is people's words. Are they telling the truth about their dream? If they had a dream that was embarrassing or sexual in nature, might they not really talk about it because they feel awkward talking about it? Or if it was very frightening, or all of these other factors that affect, well, can we trust what people are telling us? And also, they might remember something else later on about the dream that they didn't remember when they were first asked. So it's quite difficult when we're dealing with participant recall. It's also really important to remember that correlation does not equal causation. All right, we don't know that REM is causing different types of dreams, or is it that when you have certain types of dreams, they cause your eyes to move in a particular way? So we're sort of kind of guessing there that we know there's a connection, but we don't know what's driving that connection. Also, we need to remember, yes, people were more able to remember dreams during REM sleep than they were during NREM sleep. But does that mean there were more dreams in REM sleep? Is it, in fact, that people had plenty of dreams in NREM sleep, but for some reason they're harder to recall them? It's hard to tell. The other thing we need to remember is there were only 14 participants. There were not very many participants. So is that generalizable to the population as a whole? Did Dement and Kleitman just get 14 weird people who have a specific thing in this way, and actually most people wouldn't react in the same way? And of course, it's a very artificial experiment. It took place in a laboratory. It's very different. When you're sleeping with all these electrodes and weird things on your head, do you sleep differently than you would if you were just at home in your bed on your own? Hard to tell.